Hi, my diversified field experiences is about good people. I decided to look into the issue of gay and lesbian and bisexuals and the moral dilemma behind it. I have always been taught through my religion that it is wrong and sinful to have a relationship besides a heterosexual relationship. Therefore, I've come to have some issues when I have had to deal with people who are not the prescribed type by the religion. Although I've learned that a lot of people are afraid of the unknown and have invalidated information. So I chose to look into a couple of couples and discuss with them different issues to decide for myself this moral dilemma. The first couple I met with was Paul and Ron. This couple is around the ages of 50 to 60 years old. They are very well educated and huge community supporters. We sat down and discussed many issues and talked for a couple hours to just discuss issues that come about, how their upbringing was, their educational values, some of the character traits they have, and other items as they came up. The first issue we discussed was education. Both Paul and Ron had similar educational experiences when they were younger. And obviously, because of their age, most of the issues that center around homosexuality were not talked about in school at that time. So therefore, the issues were not there as prevalent as they are today. They had a general great education, and they both talked about how they had teachers that gave them good character traits to pass on in the future to others. They found different issues such as having good empathy and compassion for others, trustworthiness, and kindness. Paul later in his life started out his professions as a teacher at a high school. He enjoyed teaching at this high school and utilized many years of his life as a teacher. And later after that, he chose to become a local businessman and man in a small community and continues doing that, where he is able to serve the community at numerous times throughout the year. Ron also enjoyed his education and did not tell about any certain teachers or anything like that really influenced him, but said it was a pretty normal education that he received. He chose a profession of going into the healthcare industry at a large business. Next, I'd like to talk about their character traits. Paul and Ron are both compassionate people. They go out of their way to help others at any time that they are able to. They ensure that their community that they live in has a wonderful Christmas celebration. They make sure that their main streets in their town are decorated for the holidays, whether it's Halloween or Christmas or any season. They make sure flowers are planted. They make sure that the local area where they hold plays is always decorated to the hilt. It is just wonderful giving people that they always are. And if they do find out about anybody that is down and out or needs assistance, if they are able to help them, they will. They are genuinely one of a kind. As I discussed with Paul and Ron, the adversities that they may have come about to them, I find that there sometimes are hardships, but often they both decided that these hardships are not really hardships. It's just how you look at them, and you just need to continue forward because that is what they need to do. As far as the future goes, Paul and Ron both decided that they are living what they wanted to and how they wanted to and will continue forward. They are not a couple, though, that will be flaunting their sexuality. They just choose to do that in their own home life. The second couple that I interviewed was William and Travis. They are in their 20s, and they are very goal-oriented. They're younger, so they live through many different times than Ron and Paul did. Both William and Travis had a normal education. The issues of homosexuality has become an issue within the schools and was being taught when they were both in the school systems. They said that it didn't make them feel uncomfortable. However, people were kind of pointing fingers. They also learned that many people didn't understand the ideals behind this. As they grew up and graduated from high school, they both started their own professions. William is a businessman doing what he enjoys, teaching young children, and Travis is a businessman who works outdoors and enjoys the outdoor life. The character traits that both William and Travis seem to have is compassion for others and empathy. Although they haven't gone through many of life's tragedies or circumstances, they do understand how people treating other people can feel. So they respect that, and they continue going forward in a courteous and honest way to tell them about how to deal with these things. Both William and Travis have both seen adversity in their lives. Sometimes they understand that this adversity comes because of people's misunderstandings. However, they also know that overcoming it can make you a stronger person. The future for both of them is wide open. They're not sure where the future will lead them, but they know that they will be together in the future and continue forward as a couple and are planning to get married. Both Paul and Ron and William and Travis have been affected by their environments that they grew up in. As we talked about, Paul and Ron had education that did not seem to be privy to their homosexuality. Their characteristics are of loving, compassionate people. They deal with adversity the same as other people in the world do, and their future is exactly what they want. On the other hand, William and Travis have an education where they heard about homosexuality, where they were ridiculed. Their characteristics, though, are kind and respectful and compassionate also. They deal with adversity just like every other person, and also their future is what they want to make of it. Overall, this moral dilemma that I started with seems to be that this is not a judgment call that I need to make. I'm not the judge. I'm only the person that gets to look at them as a person and decide whether or not they are upstanding citizens in my eyes that way. Thank you.